Alright, we got a winner here for the most fucked up laptop I worked on in a while. It looks like he dropped it and screwed up the edge there. But yeah, I guess it doesn't boot because the hard drive don't work. That's probably what we're thinking, so we're going to test that. And I do have my Acer here, so I'm going to swap around some parts, see what happens. Fire it up, see what happens. I don't know about that Hinge, man. That Hinge is bad news. Yeah, so the disk is giving errors. All the drives are like totally in order. This don't make much sense, so I'm guessing that drive is goofed. I'll try mem test, although it does seem to be running pretty normally in BIOS. So I'm just going to run mem test here and leave it go. Honestly, I can tell you right now, this thing has hard drive problems, because when you drop a laptop, man, that pretty much destroys the hard drive right there, unless you have like a solid state drive, and then it probably wouldn't have died. But yeah, there's some damage here, so I have a spare drive and I'm going to swap that in, and guaranteed it will work. I don't know if okay, so I've left this going like literally about an hour, and no errors, and generally no errors by now. It's good. So I'm going to test the hard drive now, yank that, swap it, whatever. It is very warm. Like that's hot. That's hot to the touch. So we'll swap this with a Seagate. See if she boots. So I'm a genius, apparently. Yeah. See that? That's Windows 8 from another hard drive from another computer, another laptop I had. I just slapped it in this one, and now it's booting. So that was a problem entirely. And this logically shouldn't even run, because it's from a different computer with different drivers. It's from this other Acer 5917, and yet it's working almost perfectly fine in this other one with Core i7, and this is another Acer, but it's much newer. I just realized why Ben is all angry. It's because I've got shit all over his table, and he likes to lay there because it's right beside the wood stove, and that makes him warm. So yeah, sorry Ben, sorry bud. I'm taking your space. I'm taking your space with all this junk. Alrighty folks, so the day has come. We've got a new hard drive, and the customer picked up a 500 gigabyte Western Digital. So it's going from a 320 to a 500 in this i7 laptop. I showed the damage of the hinge before, and I actually took a lot of time fixing that, and it was all stripped on the back. Like every screw was stripped. You can see now. Ooh, she opens. It opens. It looks okay. Before it was pretty badly damaged on the side. Oh, it's popping up a bit there. Get a light so you can see, but see, it's still like it's closing right now, but the only problem is that one little flap. So yeah, maybe some glue or something, but at least the hinge functions, right? Before it was sticking out the back, and that was just hideous, and now it's back to being normal. So we'll get this drive in there and see what happens. So we'll just screw this thing back into the caddy, and then we'll go back into the old laptop. Line it up and slide it in. Easy done. On this laptop, to actually hold in the little thingy here for the hard drive cartridge, when you put on the cover for the back, right, it lines up with the hard drive, and yeah, so when you screw in the back cover plate, that also screws in the hard drive. Easy peasy. This is why I love Acers. They're just so simple. I love them. But now to install Windows. The guy was actually cool enough. When I first fixed this laptop, I burned him all his drivers and stuff on the disk, and I just kind of gave that to him. And he brought it back with him, so thank God for that, because otherwise I'd be on the internet looking for drivers for freaking 2 hours when yeah, they're right here. And since the drivers were there, we're first going to install the chipset drivers. Those go first, and then the video drivers would go afterwards. Get back on this job, and I'll give you another example of the hinge. See, it is functioning. It's not hanging out the back, so that's fixed. Just gotta get some crazy glue that down, but it's a million times better than before. and I do have Windows on here now, and this thing is smoking quick, man. When I was working on it, you know, when you have to do all the reboots, it's just like snap, snap, it rebooted. So I think it's like a Core i7 with like 8 gigs RAM or something. Decent machine, decent machine. So now all I have to do is install the drivers. So I'm back to that, and it'll be done. It'll be done. Okay, so it's in Windows and everything, and I didn't actually get all the drivers on that one CD I had, or the USB stick, so I'm gonna have to go online and figure out, you know, just exactly what drivers I need. So it looks like an Acer Aspire 5755. So I'll have to look up drivers for 5755. Even with this i7 in here, this battery is lasting quite a while, so I don't know why this guy wants to get rid of the laptop and get a new one. This thing smokes. And of course, always go to the official Acer site if your laptop isn't Acer to get the drivers you need. And in this case, we're talking about a lot. And these are all like pretty big files. So I'm also using CPU ID or CPU Z to identify which drivers I need, because, you know, like sometimes the same laptop will have a different maker for, say, like Intel might make the Ethernet driver in some cases on some laptops, where say Broadcom or Atheros, you make them on the same laptop but the same laptop name. Anyways, go to the actual Acer site. Just don't type into Google, you know, like Aspire 5755 and start downloading shit, because most of the time you're going to end up with a bunch of crappy spyware and viruses and stuff. So official site, get the stuff you need, and copy down to an external. I got mine hooked up here, so I'll just plug that into here, and I should have the drivers ready to rock. Okay, so back into the device manager here, and the last thing I've got, like before, it wasn't showing up with any Ethernet or video drivers or anything. So right now the last thing is this PCI Simple Communications Controller, and what I think that is it's either one of the WiMAX drivers. I don't know why this thing would have WiMAX, but whatever. Either that, or it's for like on-screen display, that kind of stuff. So we're gonna find out in a sec here. Now that the thing is online, I can you know, go to my drivers and figure out which ones I need. And what I tell you, we got quite a few updates going on right here. This is just the first run, so usually when you update it, like, you know, it's gonna go through all these, install all that, and then you reboot and you have to install more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and install pretty much everything it suggested. It did even have an updated graphics driver, as I said before, so that's a bonus, because the other one on the Acer site was I think from 2011, and this one is from I think 2012 something. And the physics drivers and everything. And sorry, I kind of look like a bum today because it's freaking chilly, man. I don't know, like it snowed the other day, and right now I think it's about minus 3, minus 4 outside, and my house has absolutely no insulation, so I gotta keep this thing burning all the time, like 24 hours a day. And you know, it's a good old Fisher stove, but you know, yeah, I need heat, lots of warmth. Okay, so we've moved locations here, so I can go to 99.com and of course install. This is a great website, just go there. And I'm not plugging it or anything, but yeah, I guess I am plugging it, but it's a good one. There's a ton of programs you get here, totally free, all free. And then you get like one installer and they all just go boom, install. It's awesome. Try it out. It's great when you just get like a fresh install on your computer. And of course, once everything is installed, I run Spybot, search and destroy. Always, just, you never know, you never know. There's going to be something on there, I guarantee you, just from all the toolbars and crap. Oh, there's a cat. Alright, so we'll see what the results are here, and it should be fine, I guess. Alright, so nothing serious. It's just a few random things that are kind of out of whack in the registry, but that's easy. Fix selected, and yeah, good to go. Okay guys, pretty much done with this thing. It's, you can see it, like, this is, I pointed out a few times, this hinge, that's the best it's going to get because all the bolts are stripped out. But you know, otherwise all the drivers are installed. I installed like Windows Live Essentials and all the basic programs need to get going. You know, the important ones like Spybot, and did a Spybot scan, and you know, CPU ID'd on there. Google Chrome, you know, Silverlight so we can watch Netflix and YouTubes and stuff like that. Open Office so we can do whatever, and so he has an Office program that's free. So this is, you know, this is good to go, and that wasn't too hard of a job. We're looking at some snowfall of significance here. Yep. There you go. I fixed the laptop. It was dropped, it was smashed, this hinge was hanging up like this far. It just needed to get the hard drive removed and replaced, and then everything reinstalled. So thanks guys for watching. There's one of my kind of how-to sort of goofing around tech videos with what I do, because sometimes I fix laptops for people, and yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's one thing I'm really good at, and I'm proud of being good at it. Just this pissing me off. I couldn't get that hinge perfect. When I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to shit like that. You can see it's still bending. Like, I was thinking maybe if I put some Loctite on the bolts, or the one screw, there's only actually 1 or 2 screws that's still holding it in, where there should be about 10. So alright, I told him it was still kind of goofed, but I didn't charge him too much for this job. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, and keep watching. Bye bye. I gotta turn this thing off now. Okay, bye bye. I let this guy out this morning and there was hardly any snow, so he's probably pretty pissed off. You chilly cat? Hey, you have fun in the snow there, bud? Yeah, big fun.